sphere first. Okay, so let us assume that this is a sphere with radius r. If it would have been a circle, then the circumference of the circle would be 2 pi r, and its area would be pi r square. You know that, okay? But now we are telling it's a sphere, okay? So it's a three-dimensional shape, not two-dimensional, but three-dimensional. So in that case, it will have a surface area and volume, okay? Because it is 3D. So surface area of a circle is 4 times pi r square, okay? And then volume of that circle, you have to remember that, although there is a proof also, which we will not do here, it is in the higher classes. So volume of a sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube, okay? And the surface area is 4 times pi r square, okay? So these are the two basic things. And then there are many maybe small problem which we can tackle so that our overall concept is clear. So for example, this is a hemisphere, okay? This is called hemisphere. What happens? What is the total surface area of this hemisphere? Okay, so this is how much? Half of this surface area, so 2 pi r square. And then we can say that this is actually pi r square. Why? Because this is the base, and when we cut the sphere in two parts, a circle will get exposed, isn't it? So in that case, for the whole surface area of a hemisphere, we have to add these two area, which is equal to 3 times pi r square, okay? So these are few things which we should be able to imagine, okay? So now we have seen, in a way, circle and sphere. Let us go forward and quickly review some other things also. Let us take a very simple shape, which is cube, okay? So let us say that one of its side is a, then all the sides will be equal to a, isn't it? In that case, what will be its surface area? Its surface area will be this area, which is equal to a square, because this is a square, and then this area, again a square, and then this area, which is again a square, okay? All these things are square. And then you can see that there is an area opposite to this one also, and there is an area which is opposite to this one, and then there is an area which is opposite to this one also. So we can say that a square plus a square plus a square 2 times, isn't it? Let me just make one more figure so that you can imagine. So here, can you just count the surfaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little difficult, but you can have a look on a dice and try to add. So all those areas, I should just put like this. The total surface area is 6a square, okay? And then what is the volume? To get the volume, first we have to, for example, get one area. and this area is a square. For example, we are just making this as a base, and then this, to make this volume, this area is extruded this side for how much? A. So A will be its a kind of height or length. So the volume of a cube is equal to A cube, and its surface area is 6A square, because there are 6 surfaces. Okay, so that was all about cube. And let us just take for example, we can also take the example of cuboid, where all the sides are not equal. For example, this side is A, this side is B, and then this side is C. In that case, the volume will be equal to A times B times C. Okay, and the surface area will be equal to A times B, and then there is another A times B also, this one. So 2A times B, then similarly 2 times B times C, plus 2 times AC. So we can take the 2 common, AB plus BC plus CA. Okay, so this will be the surface area of this cuboid. Okay, and then obviously this is the volume. Okay, let us just go forward and take up the cylinder. So this is a cylinder. Okay, whose and what is the definition of cylinder? Cylinder's base is in the form of circle. Okay, so what is the area of this base? Obviously it's pi r square, and then suppose its length is h, then its overall volume will be pi r square h. Okay, and then let us find its surface area. So we know that there are 2 circular areas. One is this one, and then another is this one. So 2 times pi r square, but then there is a curved area also. You see, this area is a curved area, isn't it? This whole area is curved area. So let us try to roll it out. Okay, so let us just, for example, cut it from here. Take a knife and cut it. So what happens? This circles rolls out like that, and what will be the length of this side then? The circle which has been rolled out here, obviously 2 pi r, isn't it? So this will be 2 pi r, but this length, which is this, is h. So here you can see it's nothing but a rectangle, 2 pi rh. Okay, so this is the curved area of the cylinder. So the total surface area will be flat area, which are 2 circles, plus curved area, which is, when rolled out, is in the form of rectangle. Okay, so I think that's all for the cylinder. Let us just take cone, because cone, you might have it ice cream many times. Cone is in this shape. Again, for the base, the base of the cone is always a circle. That is the basic definition. But then cone has a height also. Let us say it's h, and then this is the a kind of another length, which we can denote as L. You can see easily that if we go inside a cone, it makes a right angle triangle. So what will be the relationship between H, L and R with Pythagoras theorem, it will be nothing but this one, because Pythagoras theorem is true. And then I will just say that what is the surface area and volume. I will not try to prove it. So the surface area is this area, which is flat, which is nothing but pi r square because it's a circle. And then the curved area, this curved whole area, is equal to pi r l. That's very important, so you have to remember that. So the overall total surface area for a cone is pi r square plus pi r l. Okay, and then the volume of this cone with base r and height h is 1/3 of pi r square h. Remember that if it would have been not 1/3 but only pi r square h, then it would have become a cylinder. Okay, so with the equivalent cylinder, the cone just have 1/3 of the volume. Okay, cone will just have a 1/3 of the volume. So you have to remember this formula. Volume is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. Okay, so which area is left now? I think we have taken up everything. Okay, so what we will do in the next video or the chapter, because the chapter is anyway chapter 12 of NCERT class 10 mathematics. What we will do, we will just take up all the questions of the exercise. The exercise name you can see in class 12. There is only one exercise which is given. So in the next video we will just take up those exercises. Okay, and this is very helpful in competitive exam as well as class 10th mathematics exam. Okay, you can always ask questions from me in the comment below. Please like